Hey, welcome everybody to week number 5 of the Coach's Corner. And boy, oh boy, what last week was and the last 2 weeks were, thank goodness, it's over. Green grass in front of the Bayhawks. Granite Falls this week, 4-0, have not given up very many points. Matter of fact, they've trounced the teams they've played, but they haven't played anybody tremendous. They are ranked in the top 10 in the state of Washington. We'll have Coach Leonard to talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. But as you can see, I'm a fair weather fan. I am inside the storage facility because it's been raining like crazy outside. And of course, my producer and my camera gal, who is a soccer player here at Bellingham, was tired of being out in the rain. So we decided we would do it indoors. So stick around, be with me. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, a like. Send us out to all your friends. We're trying to put some other stuff together with all of the fall coaches. We're going to be at Zeke's Pizza here in the next week or so. Homecoming is right around the corner, and that's going to be a big ball game. But first, we've got Granite Falls. I'll be back in just 1 minute.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. Since 1968, Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons has provided compassionate and exceptional care in our community. Our team is here for you when you need us most. Proliance Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons.
Okay, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Zeke's Pizza, Mission Motors, right here. Thank you, Mission Motors. Make sure you're out at the ball game to get yourself a ticket, have a chance to win a car, and an update here in a second coming. JB Formal Wear and Bell Bridal. We sure love Anna and all the stuff that she's done for us. We appreciate. Go down and see her. Look her up online. Also, this will be my last shout out. We might do a little tape on them, but Lewis Auto Glass has been sold. So we love Lewis Auto Glass. All the many years they've been sponsors of ours, and we're going to do a big shout out to them at homecoming. So we'll have that on tape and we'll post that as well. Last thing, our October 31st game has been moved to October 30th and is a Thursday night at 6 o'clock against Squalicum High School at Civic Stadium. That will be our last home game, our last football game of the 2025 season. And the reason we're doing that is because they think that either Squalicum or, of course, the Bayhawks have a shot to be in the playoffs, which will start that following week. So there you go. There's a little news break of information about Bayhawk football. And I will be back in just 10 seconds. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Uncle Mike back here. As you can still see, we're inside because it's been raining like crazy outside. Week 5 of the Coach's Corner. I've got the big dog, Adam Leonard, here, soaking wet from football practice. Long day out there today?
Long, wet day out there. Very wet out there. Wet and windy.
Windy, yeah. No, I saw the rainbow. I took a picture of the rainbow over top of your team. That's where the pot of gold is going to end right there at Bayhawk football right there. Friday night, really, really tough team. Archbishop Murphy, it's like playing a small college team. Their starters are just a juggernaut. I have to say, after watching and taping and kind of breaking some things down this last few days, I think they got a contention spot with Anacortes and Linden and all the big guys, and maybe even a shot at us again down the road.
You know, they're just a tremendous team. You know, we came in with Anacortes going, okay, they're the back-to-back state champs, and then we have to, you know, we get an opportunity to play Archbishop Murphy, and I mean, it was an environment too. It was their homecoming.
Yeah.
Abe Lucas was there from the Seattle Seahawks. He's an alumni. There was an alumni event there. There was a couple other Seattle Seahawks in the stands. There were NFL scouts there. They have 3 or 4 potential NFL players out there. Wow, what an environment. And yeah, they jumped on us quick. But I was really proud of the way we battled in that second quarter, you know, after kind of the dust settled and we got hit in the mouth, and I mean hit in the mouth hard.
Yeah.
We went and battled, you know, they had some backups in, but you start looking at the difference between that game and Anacortes was we put up 350 yards of offense versus about 30.
Right.
So there was a definite, and that helps carry us into this week.
So let's talk a little bit about that. You got punched in the mouth. Owen Hanstead is running his tail off, trying to just get a few extra yards. The line is battling. They've got some huge linemen. I mean, they're averaging 247 pounds on an average for a line. But Ben Leonard, I was so impressed with his poise. I mean, he was stepping up in the pocket. He was running for his life. He was setting himself up. I think he had like 308 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. I don't want to cheat Ben because we love Ben, so I don't want to cheat Ben. 4 touchdowns. But I think every week I watch him blossom and grow into such a much stronger quarterback.
Well, yeah, he's getting stronger. He's getting more mature, and I think credit to Coach Nixon too. We worked on a lot this week. We worked on the scramble drill. We thought, okay, with the pressure they're going to bring, that pocket may break down, and he did. That move where it was nominated for Play of the Week, where he stepped up, slide up in the pocket, and we were running scramble drill. And great job by Calvin Van Hofwagen, just find an open space on a little wheel there and go 70 yards.
But that pass was right on the money. I've watched that play 3 or 4 times. I mean, it was like he hesitated and he took off, and Ben hit him in stride.
Yeah, and one thing Ben does really well too, he's just kind of like a gunslinger, but he loves playing backyard football.
100%.
His older brother liked, he liked the playbook. He liked to know exactly where he's going with the ball. Ben likes getting out there. If things break down, let's just run around and make some plays, and it was kind of fun. And the quote of the day was when we started putting points up. We put 14 up in the second quarter. We put another 14 in the second half, and try to make it somewhat respectable. Was the way the kids' attitude was. It was like a really positive attitude. Like, what? I had 3 kids come up to me, including Ben, said, I can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
Like, let's go get somebody.
Yeah.
Let's build on this momentum. So there were a lot of the good things to take out of that game. I talked to a good friend of mine who's coaching over at Seaholm right now, and he's like, first question he asked me was, how did you guys put 28 on Archbishop? I said, honestly, they had some of the backups in and everything, but we just moved the ball better, and we were out there just playing backyard. We're playing for the love of football, and you saw it, Mike. That's how they were playing out there, and we're really happy with that. And it's something really to build on for this week and the rest of the season.
And it's really tough. I mean, you go get whooped up on by Anacortes. I mean, that's just mentally, it's really, really tough. You go out, you have a tough first half or a quarter and a half of tough football against Archbishop Murphy, and then it was like the switch flipped. And those guys' attitudes, they all came together as a team. I really saw. I don't know what you said at halftime.
Well, we had a couple scores, and we were moving the ball, and we were kind of, we were having fun. And I think the kids just want to go back out there and play ball.
Yeah.
It was like Thanksgiving right before Thanksgiving dinner, and they were out there and said, hey, let's go throw the ball around, let's go have some fun, and that's what they did. And that's how they played.
Yeah.
I will tell you, there was a definite difference between how we felt after the Anacortes game and after the Archbishop Murphy game. And I'm one here to tell you right now, Anacortes, until someone beats them, they're the #1 team in the state, but Murphy can definitely compete with that team.
I think it's going to be a big game.
Absolutely, they are the real deal. I was a little bit starstruck seeing Seahawks players out there, and the guys that we're playing against that have a good chance playing the NFL. So
yeah, they had Wisconsin coaches there. I talked to a bunch of folks who were on the sideline. I mean, there was some bodies there.
Absolutely.
So the ambiance that's down there, I mean, that small football field, it's kind of like the Hoosiers gymnasium type of thing. But when you guys came out that second half, it was like, people are like, well, you played their second string. Their second string is as good as a first string varsity at most of the other high schools, don't you think?
Absolutely. Their second string are like what I would say are your typical high school
100%.
athletes who are very, very good athletes.
That's
They're
right.
very good football players. They're just first string guys are power.
They would start in every other high school.
There's 3 or 4 guys out there that might be starting at Boise State, Arizona, and Wisconsin. I mean, these are power 4 conference schools, and they're out there playing. So it just even their guys that are other D1 athletes, they're just not at that level, but they're just loaded.
Yeah,
and they're so physical. I mean, I don't know if you got a chance to watch Hakeem Smalls on their offensive and defensive line. He is one scary guy.
Yeah.
And he's a physical specimen.
He's a kid that could play on Sunday.
Who could play on Sunday? He looked at it like that. He looked like a guy who's been playing on Sunday
already, right? It was like they got off the bus, picked him up at the airport, and brought him in, and now he's playing against us on a Friday night. All right, Granite Falls. We lost one, we won one. This is kind of the rubber match against Granite Falls. At their place, they're playing pretty well. I mean, they haven't played anybody crazy.
Yep.
Kind of the same teams Mount Baker's played except for Bellevue.
Right.
Tell me what you're going to look for.
Well, Granite Falls is a tremendous team. I mean, they're 4-0. They've, like you said, they haven't played Murderous Row or any kind of tough, they played. But I talked to Coach Olson at Blaine, and they just got done playing them, and he says that we match up really well with them. But I just saw the rankings; they're top 10 in the state.
They are.
1A, so they're a heck of a team. Here we go in our non-conference game. It doesn't get any easier.
No.
But it's a big part of what I believe is the next step for our program, which is getting to this game on Friday and then getting into the meet, getting back at home against Burlington, back in the conference, those games. But we got to take, and Granite Falls is going to be a heck of a test for us. But we're ready to go over there and give them their first loss.
Yeah, and I think that that's very, very doable. I mean, I've kind of watched the offense kind of go back and forth. I know last week we were pretty sour about the Anacortes thing, but Coach Nixon has really kind of tuned it up. I mean, he doesn't show much of his hand. He's a very good poker player. I've seen, he's not given anybody else in the league opportunity to do a really good scouting job. But, I mean, Ben goes for 308, and how many yards do we get on the ground? Another 50 yards?
A little bit less than that. We had trouble moving the ball, but, it came down to, hey, let's just, this is working. We're getting outside. We're making plays. Receivers are finding open grass. We spread it around. Joe had 180. Calvin had 80. Milo had catches. Hey, we put Hanstead out there. And Hanstead had a couple great catches, and we're
Kai Nelson. I saw Kai Nelson playing out there.
Kai Nelson's getting out there, and Coach Nixon's got some things up his sleeve for this week too. So I'm not going to give it away. But there's going to be different formations, different personnel. We're going to see some different things, and I think this is what we're going to be built on. That's one thing as you get into this part of the season, you see what works, what doesn't work, and where we need to make adjustments. And Coach Nixon does a heck of a job doing that.
You've had some guys that were sick. My guy was sick for 3 days. I know you've got some injuries. Some guys are bouncing back, though, right? I mean, you got some guys that are coming back. Anybody that's going to be out this week that's going to be serious to us?
Well, we have Zach Gersel coming back this week, which is big. We got
huge.
Joe back to practice today, so we get him another day getting healthy and getting back up to speed. He should be good. Jaquez Rodson has been out sick this week. We're hoping to have him back at practice tomorrow. He's a big part of our O&D line.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to be okay. We have a couple guys out. The young freshman, Rylan Clausen, he's out. Unfortunately, he's on concussion protocol. So hopefully we'll have him back next week. But for the most part, what we wanted to do. We're 2-2 after that tough stretch there. We're where we need to be, and we're very healthy. Now, when I say not healthy, I got a whole bunch of Purell out to practice today. We're keeping our hands clean.
Washing our hands,
Yeah, because we even have coaches coming down with some sickness right now. So it's definitely go around. But I think we'll be in a good spot. I think the weather's supposed to cooperate. We had a dry night down at Granite Falls, and it'll be a lot of fun. That's a fun place to play.
That's a fun place to play, too, right? I mean, their fans come out, their band comes out. It's a city affair. So, and I know they're excited for us to be there. So I just want you to know that get dry, get some rest, because I don't need you to be sick.
I won't be sick. I got the Purell. I'll be drinking it.
All right, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, thanks everybody for joining me for week number 5 of the Coach's Corner. I love having Coach Leonard. He's always very straightforward, let you know exactly how it is. This will air Thursday morning, Thursday night, tomorrow night, big football game, Seaholm against Linden. Definitely going to be some playoff implications in that ball game, so make sure you get out to Civic Field. I think that starts at 6 o'clock. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, a like, subscribe to us, as well as give us as many minutes as watch time as you can. I forgot to thank Pacific Rim Orthopedic Surgeons. We appreciate their sponsorship as well. And get ready, Granite Falls, 7 o'clock at Granite Falls High School. Join us there. We're going to have some highlights. We can't do a live stream anymore. We've been shut down by the administration, some administration somewhere. All right, Uncle Mike saying thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye now.